Yo, it's Mo Flava. You're here for the catch-up, right? Nice one. Always good to have you back. But don't forget, the real vibe happens on 947, weekdays 9 a.m. to 12. In the meantime, kick back and enjoy more of the good stuff right here on Prime Media Plus.
You're listening to
Mo Flava on 947.
I know that every single day during the week, there's a message that's going to come in from somebody who needs perspective. And you know what? Today is no different because Henry's out in Rodiport and he has a story that he'd like to share with you and I, and he'd like to get your perspective on this. So listen to the story and let's see if you have thoughts on this, something you can share with Henry to give him something. All right, here we go. So he says, I need you to weigh in on this because I'm genuinely scared. I've been divorced for 6 years. It took me that long just to stop shaking from the first round in court. My ex-wife is moneyed, she's competitive, and honestly, she's never met a low she's not willing to go to. She doesn't even see me as human. No greeting at the gate, nothing. But here's the problem. My daughter is a teenager now, and she's always been daddy's girl. She wants to move in with me, and my fiance, she really wants to. She's desperate for it. But every time she brings it up to her mom, the waterwork starts. The guilt tripping is next level, and my daughter is caught in the middle. I want to take my daughter and make her happy, but I'm still recovering financially and mentally from the last time that woman took me to the doghouse. I don't have the energy for a legal war, but I can't let my daughter down. So that is a message from Henry, and he's reaching out saying, listen, to anybody who's listening, are you able to say something to me that can at least give me some perspective? And I always say it's about human experience at times as well, but it's also just about perhaps what you know, what you've picked up, etc. Now I need to point something out, Henry. I've never been divorced. I've never gone through a custody battle, so I don't know what that's like. But what I do know is that in life, sometimes there's so much that we have to deal with. And often what I do when I have a lot on my plate is deal with matters one by one. Yes, they may all be happening at the same time, but they don't all need my attention. So if I'm dealing with stuff, you know, from an emotional and a mental point of view, in terms of my well-being, that's what I focus on. If I'm dealing with something career-wise, then that's what I'll focus on. Even though everything is happening at the same time. All the songs are playing at the same time. So what I've learned in life is that sometimes if you want to chip away at a wall, do it brick by brick. And the next thing you know, that entire wall is down. Having said that, if you're listening to Henry's story now, I mean, what on earth do you do? You know, I mean, I can sit here and preach to the converted about, you know, getting legal custody and family divorce mediators and, you know, co-parenting agreements and all of those things that, you know, are there to help couples in these situations or divorced couples really manage their situations and also factor the kids in as well. But even with all of that, I really want some perspective here for Henry. If you've experienced something like this, how did you deal with it? And how do you deal with it in a way that it doesn't affect the kids? Even though somehow it's difficult for me to believe that it won't. And if it does affect the kids, how do you help your children through this process while you are going through a divorce and somehow there's a battle between where the kids want to stay, etc.
947.
Today we have Henry sending in his life story, and you know, he's keen for some perspective. He says he went through a divorce. It's been 6 years, and in the process, he doesn't have the energy to go through, you know, legal wars over custody of their daughter. And now she's just become a teenager. She is a daddy's girl. She wants to live with him, but her mom, you know, makes her feel guilty over it and adds her own layers to the situation. So it's obviously messy by the sounds of it, by what Henry is sharing here. And he's just like, what do I do? How do I get my daughter without having to go through the process of, you know, fighting for custody with my ex-wife, who he says is, next level. But you know, with these things, everybody's got something nice to say about the other, if you know what I mean. We've got, is it Kodani out in the south of Joburg? Good morning.
My name is Mo Flava.
Are you well?
Thanks, and you.
Good. Your line is breaking a little bit. Maybe if you can hold still for me so I can get you nice and clearly. What is your sense here? Because Henry's looking for some perspective, and I'm just wondering with what people out there go through with this sort of stuff and how it goes. What's your story?
I haven't been through such experience. I've never gone through divorce or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But with Henry's experience, I would love to advise him to say court shouldn't be the way to go, because already he feels tired and drained. And as he said, that the wife is really well equipped financially, ex-wife. So I don't think the court battle will do him any good or his daughter. So I would advise him to stay away from court. What he can do, he should talk to his daughter. She's becoming an adult, so he should explain his financial situation to the daughter to say, okay, this is what I'm going through. For this reason, I won't be able to stay with you now. Because if you just say, okay, my daughter wants me, the ex-wife might say, okay, I'm going to take you through to court and drag that. It will not do the daughter any good at all.
I get what you're saying.
My advice for him is to let him speak to his daughter and continue the visit as usual.
Okay, so what if the ex-wife spends more time with the daughter? Let's say maybe, out of a month, she's there 3 weeks of the month, for instance. Or she's there during the week, and on the weekends, Henry, gets to spend time with her sometimes. I mean, is that sufficient? I mean, because if I want to see my dad, I want to see my dad.
Yeah, I understand, but what I can advise Henry is to say, let he talk to the ex-wife and sit down with the daughter and reach some compromise. I know she might be seen to be a very hard lady, but at the end of the day, she would want her child happiness also, I think.
Well,
so
we should hope so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let them have conversation together and see where it can take them. I'm sure they can reach some agreement that works better for everyone.
Okay, thanks for that call, Kodani, out in the south of Joburg, saying, listen, just don't fight. Don't go to court. It's too much of a schlep if you don't have the energy or whatever it is that involves it. But when you do get to see your daughter, see her, and eventually she'll be old enough to make her own decisions.
947